to do these things, that's invariably, I could be talking about screens or draws or dash or this, but everybody always wants to know, well, how do you block when all linebackers are over? How do you do this when everybody's, and so, because it seems like more and more defenses are playing more pressure. That's all they're doing. And I'll give you a good example. We run power, we used to run the inside zone. I've always run it as a power scheme. Powering the line of scrimmage, working, you know, stretch base and stretch double. Base and down lineman, and if you're covered by the bubble, you double to the linebacker. Well, I noticed this year that we were not getting, everybody's hard charging so much that we're not getting much movement, zone movement. And I'm thinking, well, you know, maybe I just don't have strong enough guys. And I called LSU in December, and I said, hey, look, you guys are leading the SEC in rushing. I said, what are you doing that you like? He says, well, we're running the zone plays, outside zone, inside zone. I go, you have a lot of success with that stuff? And I said, how you blocking the outside zone? He says, well, we man it, we zone it based on the look. And I said, well, that's the same thing I do. I said, what about the inside zone? Well, we really have problems with the power. So what we're doing now is we're running inside zone with outside zone principles. I said, oh, really? I said, I'd like to see it. So they sent me a tape on it. And how ironic this all is, our quarterback coach leaves, and we hire LSU's guy to come to our place. So not only did I get one tape, I got them all. And I went through it all and looked at it, and I was flabbergasted at how these guys did this. And what I'm saying is here they are around the inside zone. There's the nose guard. This is just an example of the kind of stuff people want to know about. There's the nose guard right here, and this guy's, he's ripping just like he would an outside zone, and he's trying to get this guy hooked. He's actually, I mean, trying, and the back and everybody, what everybody's doing is like, everybody, the line is going 1, 2, 3, like outside zone steps, and the back's going 1, 2, 3, and then he comes in, he runs the inside zone. What they're doing is they're cutting the defense. They're going to cut the nose guard off. Nose guard can't get cut off, and they cut the backside guy off. And what they're doing is they're getting everybody running hard, and the guy who runs the fastest, they cut underneath him, and the guy who gets cut off, they're cutting underneath the guy who runs fast, and behind the next guy that's cut, so when they're getting uneven gaps. So anyway, I am putting that in now. I'm not teaching the inside zone like I used to. The reason why is because everybody's trying to attack the line of scrimmage more, force the line of scrimmage, so we're going to a little bit of a different thought on it. Screens. Let's go.
I guess I just want to see like a good Z middle screen thrown up. Or
okay.
Like
all right.
A Z and a Y screen, middle screen.
Well, let me just tell you something about it. Those screens are good, but one of the biggest problems with running those screens is on our level. We don't see a lot of them. The reason you don't see a lot of them, what we see mostly is we don't run them. You don't even see them much in pro football anymore. The reason why is the guys who play the down tackles, they're shitty pass rushers. I mean, what they are is they're thugs. They stop the running game, stop the draw, and stop the screen. You know, I mean, you know, they boom, and they walk the guard back is what they do. They try to compress the cop. I mean, they're not trying to, you know, if we could get those guys to rush and get some separation in there, then that screen would be pretty good. The last time I did that screen, the Z screen, that was in Kansas. It was against Colorado, and we had a chance at that time, in '92, to win the Big 8 championship if we beat Colorado. And we threw the middle screen, and their nose guard was on the line of scrimmage. And who do you think we threw it to?
He picked it.
He not only picked it, he ran it 21 yards for a touchdown. So I'm not one of those guys that says once I get burned by something, I'll never do it again. But I am one of those guys that says, just show me a couple guys that will really rush inside. And that's one of the plays I'd like to run, is a middle screen, because I think that's a good. First of all, the pass is easier to complete. It's right in front of you. You're not throwing it off to the side like this, or giving ground, trying to drop it. It's right in front of you. Just give them ground and set it right in front of you. But if they don't rush, what you do is you tell them now to throw the ball at the feet of the back, at his foot. I hope he doesn't hit it right on the arch and send it up in the air. All right, here's what we do. What I ought to do is I should have brought this. All right, I'll just draw it on this. All right. One of the things that you should do on any time, and this is what our thought was, anytime you run a middle screen, and we used to run Z on it, but here's what our techniques were. Everybody had, the front five guys had a retreat and drive. So in other words, all we wanted to do in the front five was start a retreat and then let the guy run through you. In other words, don't be you know how sometimes an offensive or a defensive lineman starts into you, and if you're not, if feet aren't, they don't get set, he just collapses the pocket. Well, that's really what you want him to do. You want him to kind of collapse the pocket, but you want him to collapse through one shoulder or the other so that you kind of lose him, okay? So the first step or two, what you want to do is overset either inside or outside based on the guy's alignment. So these guys inside, if that guy's a 3 technique, okay, he wants to set himself. Go ahead and overset this guy. So if he goes inside, that's not a factor for you. Overset him. In other words, all right, there's a 3 technique. Overset the guy. Overset him. If he takes the outside, get a piece of him right here. Retreat 2 steps is what I've told these guys to do on this stuff. Retreat 2 steps and let it go. All right? All right? So it's really kind of it's got slow screen principles in it. You retreat 2 steps. It's a 2-count screen for these guys. And the same thing for him. Now, if the guy's inside, he wants to get a 1 set, a post stagger foot with his inside foot, and he wants to make good contact initially, but then he wants to let this guy get a lane. I'm going to get him, boom, and then I'm going to I'm not going to work my feet. As he starts to move right here, I'm going to try to, work the guy a little bit, but not. If you let him go quick, they know something's up. That's the key. You can't let him go quick. And the quarterback has to take the ball, set his feet, and when he feels the rush, if he starts retreating early, they'll stop. Those inside guys will stop because they'll feel something's fishy. So what you want to do is, as a quarterback goes like this, he sets right here, all right? As he sets right here, as they almost get on top of him, then he starts to retreat real quick, and then he's got to be able to pick a lane to throw the ball underneath. And what you do is you take your Z, you can motion him into here a little bit, or you can tight split him. But he can't be out there more than 7 yards. You got me? It's got to be, you can motion him to that 7-yard spot, or you can align him up in the 7-yard spot. All right? And how we did this is this. All right? We line them up or motion them to that point, and we'd either do that and that, or just switch those assignments, okay? Can you see that? Let me see here. All right, there we go. Take the tight end, run him hard to the flat. He can block the flat defender, okay? All right, take him right here, and he'll block first drop backer inside to safety. First drop backer from the tight end box. So it could be the Sam backer going like that, all right? The tackles, they're going to stay on the guys all the way. On the defensive ends, they're going to stay on them, okay? we're talking about a middle screen. So they're going to stay on these guys and run the outside defensive end. So as that defensive end rushes right there, I'm going to get on right there, stay on and try to drive them on by. And I really want to retreat with the guys and get them rushing up the field. If the guy attacks the inside, you just want to get on him and start running. You have to have your hands on him and be pushing the guy. All right? Same thing on this side. He has safety. He's going to block half safety or middle safety. All right? He's going to release to the out or release through here, and he'll block near linebacker to next level. All right? Now these three guys right here, they're going to block middle backer. He's got front. He's got backer over to middle backer, backer over to middle backer. So, hey, so if that middle backer is right over here, he'll take that middle backer, and everybody will advance. But they're going to set, and that ball's going to be. He's going to come in here and he's going to catch the ball at approximately 2 yards deep. So your offensive line can't retreat way back in there. It's about a half a step. It's about a yard. Okay, and then they've got once that. They lose their guys, they've got to start advancing. And it's not, they're not waiting for a go call and all that shit. Once they lose them, they're going, okay? So that's why this guy's got to be out here far enough to let this happen and not too far that he's late getting in there, okay? So you can motion him, and at 7 yards, let's just say it's about that far away, okay? And he doesn't have to be in a hurry to get in there. The whole point of this is what he wants to do is start in like this, okay? And he wants to feel those guys, and what he wants to do is he wants to replace the offensive line as they move, as they start up. He's replacing the offensive line here, okay? Replaces the offensive line as they move up. So he can't be in too much of a hurry, and if the more hurry he is in, then you have to split him out just a little bit more. If he wants to sprint his ass in there, we always tell the guy, just don't be in a hurry trying to get in there, okay? All right. Now, the same principles are true for however you do it. We used to do it also with a back. We set the back here like this, and then he'd drift into the middle, okay? So we do it with the back, and we called it Z middle, Y middle, or H middle. And really, everybody's rules hold true, because if it's Z middle, then he came in here. If it was Y middle, then he would set on the line of scrimmage, 1, 2, 3, and then he'd start in here like that and catch the ball, okay? And what you don't want him running this way to catch the ball. What you want to do is get him in there and throttle his feet, down, so he can catch it and go here like this. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to catch the ball like this and then running outside your interior blocks, okay?
You have him shuffle like this back to the knee or sideways?
Well, we used to do it just like, all we do is come in there and throttle down like this and catch it like that, okay? It was like he was almost, we didn't want him ever doing this, all right? We don't want him turns back on my screen. We just want to cut like this and catch the ball right here. That's what we told the quarterback. Just put a little air on it so that he can just snatch it and go. You know what I'm saying? And actually, that type of screen's a lot easier to complete. But if you don't get the rush from these guys up, like hard rush, I wouldn't do this screen. I wouldn't. Let me tell you what's happening in college football. Everybody's running the fire screens. You know what I'm talking about when I say fire screens. Everybody's running this. Everybody's running that, okay? Kentucky runs this better than everybody, and they figured out how to run it. Because what was killing that screen was this. He was catching that ball and coming in like this. He was catching it almost just outside the tackle, boom, and he's going in You know what he's getting? Just what I talked about. That frickin' guy that ain't rushing very hard, he's frickin' leveling that guy, okay? So what they decided, Kentucky with Couch, was we don't want that guy running away in there. All they did was take the guy and they put him on this path. He blocked there, he took a step up, came back, and he came, just kind of came in here like this, and caught the ball right here, and he actually was coming this way. So he never went in there, okay? And we did it this year. That was our best screen. The only problem is we threw it 5 times, completed 2. The 2 we completed were great. But the throw and the catch is the hardest part about that, because the guy's moving at you, and the quarterback's got to know how to stick it on him. He doesn't have to catch the ball here and change. What the guy wants to do is be able, he wants to go boom, and then wants to come back like this and wants to just catch the ball right here. Not down here, not over here, not one of these like that. He wants to catch it right there. That's where he wants to catch it. And then some guys have a hard time catching the ball when they're doing what? Coming to the ball. You know what I'm saying? They have a hard time catching the ball when they're coming to the ball. That's why you see a lot of receivers, when they break out of a curl sometimes, they don't come back from the ball because they don't have confidence to come back from the ball and catch it when they're running towards it. Okay, they don't have that confidence. It's something you got to teach. We find out that, hey, use your guys with the best hands, not the best speed. The best hands is the best guy for that. Now, if he's got the best speed too, and he's kind of a quick guy, then you got the whole package. But the guy with the best hands is the best guy for that. And that's the screen I like more than any screen. You know why? It's away from the traffic. The ends are normally good, fast rushers. You know what I'm saying? So you can slip them. Quarterback's kind of retreating. Retreats a couple steps right now, or you run out of shotgun. If you run out of shotgun, I think it's an easy throw. That's the way Kentucky ran it most of the time. It's an easy throw. It's a lot easier to throw out of shotgun than it is from right here. Okay? The shotgun, he's got a little bit more of an angle and can kind of, if anything, as like I said, the ball's thrown, he can get it like this or like this, which takes him just a little bit up the field. But sometimes when you throw this way, all it has to do is be a little bit off here, and you don't have a play. I mean, he'll drop it because he's kind of anxious to get where he needs to go. The fire screen's good because, and here's why I like the fire screen. I call it fire screen, jailbreak screen, whatever you want to call it, but because now you can block these guys, and the quarterback can get the ball like this and pump the fire screen, which when you pump it, this guy now comes running here, he comes up, and he comes in there to get the ball, he gets pumped, and this guy comes to block, and he just slips him and takes off down the field. And every time we run that on our defense in practice, they get pissed because they call it a trick play, but I say, well, hey, it's not a trick play, it's a part of our offense, So that's it. I mean, that particular, that's got a couple of things you can do off it. The other thing you can do off it is take the ball, throw it, and we usually do this at tight end side. You throw it out there, he catches the ball, boom, double pass. The only difference is now he's got to have what? This guy's got to have depth because you got to throw a lateral pass. Okay, but you throw the double pass. And we usually do that to the tight end side of trips, so we end up like this. We end up looking like this. And we run this guy through the middle of safety, and run that guy for the pylon. He's a personal protector here. He steps up, comes back here like that. This guy right here, the back, extra protector there. He tries to chop, get the guy's hands down, first guy. And normally we like to run this from underneath the center so that This becomes either a lateral or what? Backward pass. That's one, and that's two. Now you got to have a guy that can throw it down the field. But that kind of comes off the idea of what? Comes off the idea of your what? Your fire screen. Okay? And that's been really, we called it Hurricane when I was in Kansas. We played in the Aloha Bowl in 1992. We kick off to BYU. They take the kickoff and go 96 yards for a touchdown. All right? Coach Mason says, oh, shit, we're going to get killed. You know, I always loved his attitude because anytime something bad happened, it was like he took us to the next level. You know, now we're screwed, it's done, it's over, you know. And I think part of the reason he said that is he always wanted me to go, no, Coach, it's going to be okay. Oh, really? You know, why do you think that? You know? Well, anyway, that's what I told him. I said, hey, Coach, it's going to be okay. And so, the first play, we returned the kickoff, and the first play, I got that call. I said, screw it. You know, we're going to take their momentum away. We're going to strike right back. So, we get up there, and the quarterback gets up there, and they're showing blitz. So he checks out of it and runs a trap for like 3 yards. And so, second play, I signaled the same thing in again. He's like, man, you know, Coach is going for the throat today. Boy, hey, and they line up in zone. We throw it out there. Shoot, our guy is so wide open, and I mean, he's out there running backwards like this and catches the ball. And I'm telling you, when he caught the ball, he got down there so fast, and they came up so quick that there was like 30 yards when he caught the ball like this, and he had to wait on the ball. It was almost like a punt, and he had to wait on the ball, but he caught it, and then he was fast enough. Here they came running. He was fast enough when he turned and took off. I mean, so it was an 76-yard or 77-yard touchdown, and it was 7-7, and only 2 offensive plays were running the game. You know, other than the kickoff to it. You know, and they were talking, oh my God, this is going to be, you know, the announcers, because I got the tape back, they're going, this is going to be a score battle today, you know. We beat them 20-17. But that to me, you know, here I'm going to tell you something about offensive philosophy. Use that stuff early in the ball game. Swear to God, you know, I get pissed at, you know, guys that call plays and shit, you know, and I kind of agree with the way Coach Bowden coaches offense, you know, and sometimes I see him even get away from it. And I don't know why you do it. You ought to go into every game like, I don't care who you're playing, whether you think you can just power run them and run right over them, or not. You ought to go in every game like, oh shit, we got to score 14, 21 points in the first quarter, or we're going to get our ass kicked. Okay? Because if you go in with that thought, you'll be amazed. In the first quarter, you got a 14-0 lead. Your freaking kids get cranked up because they think that's the way the evening's going to go. And all you got to do is keep meddling into it. You as a coach can't go, oh shit, now we're going to kick your ass, because the players will do that too. And next thing you know, it'll be 14-14. You got to go, God dang it, we got to run now. Let's pour it on. Let's get their ass. Let's pressure them, you know. Get them freaking excited about going out there and doing it again. Because the next thing you know, and that's what I did at Notre Dame. Hey, we blocked the punt. Boom. I said, hey, our guys, I said, you see that son of a bitch, we blocked that punt? Did you? Hey, God dang it, we got to take this one and score. We went 80 yards and scored, and they came running off there like this. I go, you think this shit's done? It ain't done, you know? Hey, they're like going, yeah, that's right, you know. Hey, I was freaking like this. And you know what? So were they. We had them 42-3 at half. Okay? And Notre Dame ain't never been beat like that before. So I'm going to tell you something. I came out second half. I was freaking drunk. We ended up winning 45-17. We scored 3. They scored 14. I mean, we were drained. I mean, we were emotionally freaking wore out. I wore everybody out. Okay? But that's part of the mentality Notre Dame had on the sideline. You can imagine what their locker room was at halftime. You know? How would you like to be the coach, you know, Notre Dame, national, you know, of national TV? Well, okay, fellas, I think we need to start blocking a little better. And, we need some better punt protection, that's for sure. What do you tell them, you know? And we're over on our side going, somebody go out and check that scoreboard, make sure that's right. You know? I mean, we're not even believing in ourselves. But the point is that, you know, you got to use this stuff early. And I like the idea of screens, but I'm telling you, throw them out away from traffic and you'll have less problems. Okay? The other screen I like is the dash screen. Okay? This is a good screen because, again, you're taking everybody away from the traffic. All right? And you can do it a couple different ways, but the best way to do it is with a back right here and from a split back look. All right? Okay. He blocks the safety. That's his rule, let him block the safety. And you can do this too. On this, hey, here's what we're doing. He's going to load. He's going to block this area right there, and he's going to come out. Nothing changes for these guys. You guys are in my dash lecture. Nothing changes for these guys. Now, what happens with these guys right here is he'll play the A gap, and he'll be a late second level guy. He's a late second level guy. He'll slide 45, he'll step 45-degree deep hinge, 45-degree deep hinge, and he'll set himself in here and let the, you know, whoever the end guy is, he'll let him beat him. The quarterback is going to set, he's going to come running this way, and he's going to come right out here and set his feet, and he'll look downfield initially, and once he gets out here like this and looks downfield, he's going to turn. As long as he does not see an opposite color jersey near the back. I'll tell you this. This screen is usually a big play, but if you see an opposite color jersey near the back, this pass is a across the field pass. I mean, it's normally a 20-yard pass. And here's the key. If there's an opposite color jersey near the back, don't throw it. Or throw it over his head or in the ground. Skip it into the ground. Do not, because I'm going to tell you something. When that one gets intercepted, okay, let's just let the linebacker, let's say the linebacker sets down in here and he intercepts it. Here's who you got to make the tackle. Your left tackle and your left guard. You know, don't like your chances of stopping that one. So, and I've had one of them picked. That's what I say when, you know, I've had one of them picked, but I've had an awful lot of them that have gone down the sideline for touchdowns, 30, 40 yards. So that's a good one because what you do is, again, what do I like most about the screens? It's getting people away from them. Get it out of the traffic and get the screen in space. So a lot of the pro screens you see now, the linemen actually step up and they drift outside the tackle box. Both guys, and the back steps up and he goes outside the tackle box. Why? Because they're trying to get him away from all the bullshit inside. That's why I say, you know, you risk a certain amount. And there are some defenses though that are really susceptible to middle screens because they got such a good front four pass rush, and all four guys are trying to get off. They're all using swim moves or rip moves, and they're all attacking. You see that? I'd run draw first. I'm not a big fan of the middle screen. Okay, I like the fire screen, and I like the dash screen, and I like the what I call the drift screen, where you drift outside the pocket area. Okay. All right. Any kind of cover? Now look, here. And I'll be especially. Look, I got a card in here. There you go. I'll tell you what I'll do. You write me a note. Say what you tell me, and I'll send you my little. Matter of fact, I got a little reference book on middle screens. You can have it. I'll send it to you, and you can middle screen to death. Just do me a favor. If they're working, send me it, because I'd like to see it. And if they're not, don't worry about it, because I know.